have a job?
To make the project.
I'm about to talk at Marianapolis College, so I'm going to get everyone to say hi.
Yay, hi! You're gonna have to listen to me speak for 40 minutes.
Yes. We're excited. I looked at your website for the site.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. My first talk.
Hey guys, how are you today? Good. How are you? I'm good. This is my first talk ever, so bear with me. If I meander, you know, you can leave. No, I'm joking. So, okay, well, I guess I'm here today to talk about my Project 100 Jobs. How this all started was because, as Leslie said, I'm an actor and a model, and I went through a period of unemployment where I really wasn't getting hired for much of anything. Acting in the summer, frequently there goes through a period where they're not producing much and then production resumes in the fall. But this one summer, which was a year ago as of September the 12th, nothing was happening and I didn't get a paycheck, I think, in 2 months. So unfortunately, because my acting and modeling jobs were blown up as far as I was concerned, I had to take on jobs as a cleaning lady in my building. So it was a particularly low point, you can imagine, as a university graduate with as many skills as I have, to be forced to do cleaning work just to get by. And the good thing about it, though, was that my boss, Kishaw, let me work whenever I wanted to, so I could still go to castings, and he always paid me within a couple of days, so I never had to go without being able to pay my rent. But there's this moment where I was like, well, what am I doing though? Like, I have been on the net since early 2000. Like, when I was pregnant in 2000, I had a blog called The Conception Chronicles. So I was a blogger before blogging was even cool. And then I worked for Ask Men when they were just a Montreal startup. So I wrote in the voice of a man doing different articles for AskMen.com. And then on top of that, before this year, I had produced a web series called Fashion Ambush. I invested about $8,000 of my own money into trying to make it happen. And what Fashion Ambush is a fashion reporting meets makeover web series. But it never went anywhere. So I was like, okay, wait, I'm working as a cleaning lady, I have all of these skills, what can I do? So I had a flash of insight. And one day when I was having yet another meal of macaroni and cheese, you know, pissed off in my kitchen, I got an idea and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get a life and I'm gonna do something about this and I'm gonna just create this easy peasy project that I can manage on my own and I can update on my own and I can do for free and I can actually prove a point that anybody can do this. I was sort of inspired by the Red Paperclip and other projects like that. Are you guys familiar with the Red Paperclip? Where the guy started with the Red Paperclip, launched a blog and traded his way up to a house. So I was like, I'm gonna do this and it's not gonna cost me anything, so you know, it's gonna do nothing but benefit my career. So I said, you know, I need money and I've been working on Craigslist for years, and as you'll know, the average job on Craigslist probably pays between, I'd say, $75 and $125. So if I'm gonna market myself on Craigslist to get these jobs, I might as well come up with, and that would be my phone. I might as well come up with a figure that works on Craigslist. So anyhow, because I was hungry, I like to think that my project was also inspired by what Steve Jobs said at his Stanford commencement speech in 2005, stay hungry and stay foolish. Because I was hungry, I was willing to take a risk, and that's what launched 100 Jobs. So I started from concept to taking action. I'm gonna do this crazy thing. You know, frequently the biggest thing preventing you from making a difference or doing something in your career is not taking action and believing you can't do it, or being afraid, or just not starting something up, like having the idea but never committing to it. So I thought, okay, what works on the web? Well, this is what I wanted to start to introduce to you guys in case you want to launch your own projects. I call it the 8 F's. What's free, fun, flirty, fluffy, filthy, funny, freaky, fail, and of course the last one, which I can't say because we're in a classroom. And if you think about something like the empire of I Can Has Cheeseburger, all of their sites fit within one of these words or multiple words. So as I said before, I took the lessons that I learned from trying to promote my web series Fashion Ambush to 100 Jobs. I used online classifieds to my advantage to get my first job. Within I'd say 3 hours of creating my first posting on Craigslist, I got offered a job by Brent of Social Media Montreal. So I kind of knew I was onto something, that I had that immediate of a response. And again, I had struggled trying to get grants through Telefilm and Sodec for Fashion Ambush. And I said, I'm going to do this all on my own. I'm going to have no grants, no budget. And again, I'm going to prove that anyone can do this like you guys. So I picked a name. Now, the funny thing is, 100 Jobs, when I was coming up with a name for it, I was like, how would I call it? I don't know, like 100 Clams? Which now in retrospect is ridiculous, because there's so many connotations about clams that, I don't know, I find kind of embarrassing. But then I tried $100, but it was taken. So when you pick a name for something, you have to make sure, I would say, that it's available, and I believe that you should stay consistent across all platforms. So if you want to launch your next project, make sure it's available at minimum on Twitter, on Blogger, on YouTube, because that's what people are going to know you as. Like now when I run into people at networking events, they don't think of me as a May Davison. To a certain degree, they say, oh, there's 100 Jobs. So you need it to be available, and so people can find you easier, I'd say, as well that way. Now I'm going to show you guys, because I'm not just here today to talk about myself, and in the question and answer period, you're more than welcome to ask me about all the crazy jobs that I've done, because I'm up to job 60. But I wanted to play this, because this is what I want you guys to become. I want you guys to be new dorks.